So basically, it was a guy that I was discussing this with, one of my good college
Oh,
friends,
okay.
and we
Mm-hmm.
were discussing submission because,
Mm-hmm.
like, he was basically talking about some of his lady friends and stuff like that, and how women nowadays don't agree with the term of it, right? And I was trying to explain to him that a lot of women have deeper rooted issues that are not able to submit or don't even understand the concept of it, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
like, I was telling him how, like, I grew up with my daddy my whole life before he
Mm-hmm.
passed away a few
Mm-hmm.
years ago. But I've always had him around, and I'm the only girl, so I have the ability to trust a man's guidance. You know what I'm saying? Like, most women who never had their daddy and never really had a close relationship don't really trust men like that. They don't have the ability to
Mm-hmm.
trust a man's leadership, even something so small as waiting for a man to open the door. It might
Uh-huh.
make it makes some women look like, oh, you're acting helpless, like you can't open the door. Me, I'll stand there and wait for you. I'm not touching
Mm-hmm.
the door because my brothers and my daddy never made me carry bags. They never made me open doors. So I feel as though, if whether I'm with a guy friend or whether I'm with anybody that I'm dating, I don't feel the need to do those things because they've already
Mm-hmm.
set that standard. So it goes back to what's the real issue. You were online with another lady the other night, and
Uh-huh.
you were the lady who was saying she's an alpha female and stuff. And so I was telling
Yeah.
my friend about that today. I'm like, I don't desire to be an alpha anything, because real submission allows a woman to walk in her full femininity, in
Mm-hmm.
her full energy.
Yeah.
I've had guys tell me, "Oh, you're not aggressive enough and I want a woman to put me in my place." I said, I don't desire to do that. I
All
don't
right.
desire to be aggressive with a man. Like, that type of energy takes me out of character. Why you
What
laughing?
what type of sassy stuff is this? They talk about they want a woman to put them in their place. Listen, let me say something real quick. These women out here, they can they can say they don't trust a man, and it sounds good, but they do. You want to know how they do? Because they sleeping with them unprotected.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Don't tell me that you don't trust men and you got this here dude you sleeping with unprotected. Oh, you trust him with your life? You trust him with your life, but you don't trust him to guide you? Then what you laying
Yep.
with him for? What you
Yep.
laying with him unprotected for if you don't trust him to guide you, but you trust him with your life, sleeping with him unprotected? So it ain't the trust. But this is the thing out here. Like, a lot of these women, yeah, they got issues, but when it comes to being submissive to a man, a lot of them ain't never seen it, ain't
Mm-hmm.
never been taught it because they grew up in single parent households. A lot of them, their daddies wasn't around, whatever the case. And it's what they see on social media. Most women ain't been with no dude that's done acted like a dictator and told them to do everything he wanted them to do. Most women ain't been with a guy like that. They just been hearing certain things on social media. So now submission is a hate word. They feel like, oh man, I'm a slave. I got to do this. I got to do that. Just like, you know what I'm saying, in her
I
video.
disagree.
Okay, what you disagree with?
The part where you say most women who may not have been with a man, that looks at them in that way. Most women look at
Mm-hmm.
it like they've been with the man who they gave that to, and they took advantage of that. So it takes away from them wanting to give it to another man. I had this conversation today with my cousin, my female cousin.
Well, I'm talking about a man that acts like a dictator.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay,
so
go ahead.
they look at it like it's a dictatorship when you submit. And most time I've been submissive to a man who considered himself a dictator, right?
Okay.
And like today I was telling my friend, I've been that woman that'll wash my man's feet, give him a massage and rub his feet, cook his food, clean
Mm-hmm.
his clothes, fold everything. I don't feel like a man, and this is my opinion, y'all don't have to agree in the comments. I feel like a man's sanctuary, his home, should be his place of peace. As long as you taking the trash out, making sure the bills is paid, and making sure that yard is cut, why should you have to worry about the small details of the home being kept? You should be able to come home and relax. Every woman don't look at stuff like that.
Okay.
Now,
But
I
look, check
also,
this out. So I did a survey. I did a survey on my page where I asked the women, how many of y'all have been with a man that has acted like a dictator or somebody where you got to do everything he say? And only like 30% of women said that they had. So most women haven't been with a man like that. They see this on social media. They see these here definitions and different things being thrown out there like they're going to be a maid, they're going to be a slave,
But
and
you
you
saying
got
they
to
don't
do
do it
everything.
anyway.
Yeah, they don't do it
Oh,
because of
okay.
what they don't do that type of stuff. They don't like the word because of what they're hearing and what they're seeing on social media. Because one thing is for sure, we, or women in particular, are the most influenced people out here as far as men and women goes. That's why if you look up marketing strategies, women spend about 75% of all the money spent in the United States. That's why they market certain things, almost all things, towards women, because
Mm-hmm.
women are the ones that go out there and buy. So it's marketing strategy. So when women hear certain things, they get influenced by certain things, regardless if they've been through it or not in their own lives. So you got all these women not wanting to be submissive, thinking it's a slave, thinking they got to do everything the guy say, even though they've never been through it. So now a lot of women just don't want to do that. But they also want, most of them, I did a survey on this too, want a man to lead in a relationship, right? What woman don't want a man to take over and lead things in a relationship? Because that's not a woman's proper position as a woman. She was built and made to be a helpmate, not the
Yep.
leader, a
Yep.
helpmate. So naturally inside, when a woman has to lead in her own life by herself, she is frustrated with
Yep.
the rent, with the work, with the kid, with the
With the
furnace, with the
load.
car, with the brakes, with the oil change, with the grass. She's frustrated with all those things.
I said
That's
that today. I said that
that
because he was asking about, my friend was asking about, why do women feel like they got to be so independent? I said most women are independent by force, not by choice. I said if you really want to get to the root of things, no woman really wants to do everything by herself. It boils down to a woman wanting a man to come in and alleviate some things that she has on her plate and take off. You know, I feel like if a man can't come in and add to your situation, then he's subtracting. It's simple math. So, but it also boils down to what is, so a woman submits to a man, but a man should submit to something higher than himself. And most of these women don't submit or trust a man's leadership, because where is he leading himself? You can't
mm-hmm.
follow a man who has no guidance or a sense of direction, or also does not submit to a higher power.
I just posted a video about how a guy leading his life on my page today. If he's not leading his life correctly, then you can't
Oh,
expect
I
him
think
to
I saw
lead
that.
you. You can't
Yep.
expect him to lead you anywhere. But this is the thing. A lot of those women are having trouble in the dating world because of that attitude of not wanting to submit to a man.
Or not feeling like they can depend on a man too. Like
It
that's
don't
why I say,
matter. But it don't
if you
but
can't
listen,
depend on somebody, how can you
but
submit
you
to them?
but you don't know this. It's not submitting once you get there. It's submitting in your attitude when you get there, not when you get into a
What you
relationship and
mean?
figure this out. You have to have a submissive attitude when you get to this man. It's in you. Being submissive to a man it should be in a feminine woman from the beginning. We
From
talked
her
about this
energy, is
yesterday.
that what you're saying?
Yes, it should
Yeah.
be in her from the beginning. Like a man, a protective attitude in a man over a woman should be in him from the beginning.
Yeah.
If it's not, a woman won't be bothered with him if he pulls off when he drops her off. He don't watch her walk in the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
If he's not doing certain things, little things, it's the beginning, right? So
Yeah.
he might not jump in front of a train, but it's little things that he does to show that he has a protective attitude, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with that woman. If you've got a submissive attitude, you're going to be soft. You're going to be
Yeah.
passive, and you're going to be agreeable when you get with that man. He's going to want to go here to this restaurant. You'll be like, hey, that's fine. I just want to eat. It's all good, right? But if you're not, and you so combative, and I'm not going to be submissive to a man until he shows me this or that, then
Mm-hmm.
a quality dude like myself, I'm not going to be bothered with you, because you don't
Mm-hmm.
have to show me nothing for me to protect you. I'm out with you. I'm a
I, I,
man.
I
I'm
feel
going to
like
make sure you're good because it's in my DNA. That should be in your DNA, even at the lowest level, but it should be in your DNA as a woman. Not something that you do because a man does something. That's when it's not real.
it's
That's when it's
independent.
not real in you.
Yeah, it's independent of what a man's actions is. I agree with you. I feel like, basically, dang, I lost my train of thought what I was just about to say because I was listening
It
to you,
happens.
I wasn't trying to interrupt you. I'm actually
It
taking note and
happens.
listening.
It happens.
Um, I feel like women don't understand their power of influence through submission. So
Oh,
being submissive does not mean that you don't have influence over that man, and it doesn't mean that you
it
don't
don't.
have an opinion. It just means, like you said, you're agreeable, but there's also compromise in that because the right man is still going to value your opinion. He's still
Absolutely, he
going to
will.
listen and hear out how you feel, especially before making, big decisions or anything that affects, the situation.
Absolutely, he will.
That's all I have.
If a man doesn't take his woman's opinions and ideas into consideration before he makes a decision, and they're in the household, that man ain't leading properly.
Yep.
That dude is just doing what he wants to do, and she shouldn't even be there because he'll show that early on that that he feels like his opinion is the only opinion.
Yep.
And therefore, that woman shouldn't even be there. So, a proper leader, as a man, will definitely listen to his woman, take her opinions and ideas into account, think about it, and then make a
Make a
logical decision.
decision. Hmm.
If her idea is better, he's going to say, "Baby, you know what? I thought about that, and you're right. The way that you're thinking about this is probably the best way for us to do it. That's what we should do." That's what a proper leader does. For a man, it's not submission. It's just letting that woman, it's allowing that woman to step up to the forefront. Because men don't have an innate desire for to submit to a woman like a woman do a man. But the proper leader, as a man, knows when to step back. It's like Michael Jordan and the Bulls. We knew Michael Jordan was the man, but he had to pass that ball to somebody else to win a championship. Even though he was the man, he willingly gave that ball up to such and such and let
And
them
it's
shoot that three to
teamwork.
win that game. Exactly
I
my
talked to
point.
my cousin about that today when she sent me a video. I think Ricky Smiley covered a segment on his show where Gary with the T was talking about it. And Ricky was
Mm-hmm.
saying how he desires a woman who brings peace into his life and is submissive and things like that. And he was like, man, I would add so much value to her life. And I always tell my God cousins,
Absolutely.
like, a woman comes in and adds to a man's situation and makes his life more peaceful, right? And my cousin was like, well, that's not my norm because I've never seen it. And I said, well, here's the thing. Did you I had to bring to her attention, did you hear what Ricky said he would do for the woman that does that for him? He was saying how
Anything.
I'll have a massage book for her once
Mm-hmm.
a week just for herself. It don't have to
Yeah.
be about me. I'm gonna make sure her wardrobe is nice. I'm gonna make sure, I help cut up the vegetables or something or prep the food before she cook it. And it's the small things that shows teamwork because submission is not just a one person job. I
Yeah.
feel like it's the role of the woman to submit. However, when she submits to the proper man and it's done correctly, he's gonna meet her halfway. He's gonna meet her right where she at and create a space that's safe for the both of them. So they both
Yeah.
have peace. It's not
You
a take
know,
situation.
what a lot of these women don't understand is that their power is in their submission to the man. If you are a feminine, submissive woman to a man, subconsciously, you control everything that's going on.
Influence.
Because that man is going to be like, man, that's my boo. She got our best interests at heart. He's going to let you handle a lot of different things, and you'll be able to influence him with different things. Dudes done went to war over their woman saying certain things
Yep.
because she was a feminine, submissive woman, and
Yep.
she got into that man's ear, and then bang, that dude off. Like, really? I'm finna go over here and slaughter everybody. Then it's
And
been
that's
wars
true.
started over there.
Yeah, that's a
So
fact.
when I'm out with a woman, when I'm out with a woman or I'm dealing with a woman and she is feminine and soft and submissive and appreciative, I want to do everything for that chick. She might offer to pay for something like, hey, you know what? You brought me out. I'll pay for the popcorn to the movie. And I'm like, nah, no. I'm good. I got it, boo. I got you. Don't even just the offer, the
Hmm.
appreciativeness and the submission and the femininity makes men, real masculine men with their lives together, want to do more for those women. But when you're tough, when you're hard and you're more masculine and alpha and I don't want to submit, that's when men like we do with other men that show us aggression, we show resistance to that aggression.
Mm-hmm.
And we say, okay, pay half these bills.
Yep.
Alpha woman.
Yep.
Cut half this grass. Alpha woman. Do this, alpha woman. Hey, this is you saying this,
Yep.
not us. Telling us you don't need us. Okay, cool. Well, do this then. A man is going to act tougher with you. He's going to act harder with you and tell you to do more things since you want to try to be an equal.
I think I definitely love that perspective, and a lot of women don't understand it. I remember my brother's wife didn't understand, like, I would come to the house if I had bags in the car. My brothers would come out the house and carry my bags. I would wait for them too patiently. I'm always a damsel in distress. I don't care, because and she didn't understand why y'all always doting on her and catering to. I'm the only girl. So, and they've always done that. I don't care if we go shopping together. They're carrying my bags. I'm carrying my purse. If I'm moving furniture, I'm carrying my purse. I'll pack everything, but I'm carrying my purse. I rest in my femininity, regardless on who's around, because I feel like, and I told my friend this today during our discussion, just because I have the muscle, the power, or the money, don't mean I got to use it.
Yeah.
I can sit there and patiently wait for you to come open this door, patiently wait for you to get ready to get these groceries out this car. Like, it's knowing your role, not necessarily knowing your place, because the places, or even the roles can change. It just depends on the circumstances in life, but being cooperative enough not to make the next person's life a living hell, and to make them like a man. Now tell me if I'm lying. A man likes to feel needed and
Of
appreciated.
course. You got to need me or leave me. Need me or leave me.
Facts.
I don't want to hear nothing about how much I want you. Well, guess what? I want this car. And when I don't want it no more, I just get another one. It's easy for me to get rid of it. When you need something, you cherish it. It's not easy to get rid of. You fight for it. You fight to keep it when you need something. But when you don't need it, hey, I'll just get another one. That's what we got out here. We got a lot of people out here that just want each other. So when they don't want each other no more, they just get rid of each other. Bye.
They
See
treat
you
them like
later.
they're disposable.
Holler at you. Nope. Need me or leave me. That's what it is. You tell me you don't need me, you got to go. I'm not even going to waste no time with you. I don't even want to see your titties. Bye. I don't even want to see them.
You do too much.
I'm just saying. It's the truth. It's not important because your attitude is off. Your mindset is off. It's not conducive for a healthy relationship, and I don't want you around me because you're going to bring me down with your nonsense. So therefore, I'm good. You can keep the titties over there. So I'm just saying.
I saw a lot of people agreeing with that Brittany girl, and I was like,
you see how many on there agreeing with her?
I stopped reading because I was like, this is some bullshit.
Tell me, hey, but
like everything she said was bullshit to me. And I'm like, are you teaching? I don't know if she got daughters. I don't know nothing about that girl, but I'm like, is that what you're teaching your daughters?
I would that chick there, but this is what I'm saying. You cannot ask a man to lead you in a relationship if you're not willing to be submissive, because in order for him to lead you, that means you have to follow him. And in order to follow somebody, you have to have a level of submission to step back to the back and say, okay, I trust your guidance, I trust your direction, and I trust your leadership. Go ahead, I'll be back here following you. You cannot have one without the other. So all these women out here looking for a leader in a relationship is screwed up in the head when they don't want to submit. That's why they are only getting dick and dates, like I said. That's it. Because quality men ain't going to be bothered with them because they don't know their position. They want him to know his position and lead correctly, right? But he can't lead you. He can't lead you correctly if you can't follow correctly. And part of following correctly a man that you say you want to lead you is being submissive to his leadership.
They mentioning Cardi and Megan Thee Stallion. Now, I love me some Megan Thee Stallion, but y'all got to look at these people like Cardi married. Megan got a man. Megan keep a man. So, like, they make music because that's the shit people want to listen to. Like, I feel like people look at like people lives or their music and say, oh wait, they listening to this, but some people, they celebrities, they making their money. that's not necessarily their real deal life. They gonna keep a man. They gonna
It
keep a
don't
man that
matter.
want to pay and take care of them and do something for them. Like I feel like a lot of people are not getting with people that they equally yoked with either. We are here that looking to use people. You got to get with somebody who you don't have to fight with them to change their mindset. Their mindset already match yours.
Yeah.
Because when you getting with somebody that feel like that don't even understand that your manifestation or your mentality, so a man thinketh so he shall become. If you getting with people that feel like, oh, I'm not good enough, or I'll never do this or never be able to do that, then you already failed. You failed the test. You can't
Mm-hmm.
survive in that relationship because you can't change it. You can change a lot of things, but you can't change a person's mind, their mindset.
But see, we are the only group, and I'm talking about black people. We are the only group of people that bring up or look to celebrities' relationships to be like, see, well, Cardi B ain't like this. She not submissive, and she married. Megan Thee Stallion ain't like this, and she
Mm-hmm.
got a man. We
When
the
people don't
only
even
group of
know.
people. Yeah, we the only group of people that do that. When these women that they bring up, that's naked out there and got a husband, whatever the case, are the minority of women that's got a husband or a man or whatever the case that act this way and got and that's married. And secondly, they don't look at the man. Cardi B been cheated on publicly for the past 3-4 years. They ain't looking at the man. They look to these celebrities instead of looking at the whole. When those types of women are the least married at 25% in the
Mm-hmm.
United States. I don't care what these celebrities are doing. The
Mm-hmm.
the majority of y'all can't get away with what Cardi B can get away with.
Mm-hmm.
The majority of y'all can't get away with what Megan Thee Stallion gets away with, and she ain't even married.
Right.
But you gonna go and praise and listen to a chick like Brittany Rayner that's publicly proud to be ran through?
Proud to be. Is she ran through?
Yeah, she got books out talking about all the dudes she slept with, all the celebrities. She's
See, I don't
proud
know nothing
about it.
about none of
But
that.
this is who you take your cue from right here. We are so influenced as people by these celebrities, and it hurts in the relationship
Mm-hmm.
world because
Mm-hmm.
it don't do nothing for us. This chick, Brittany Renner, no, she don't want to get married. But all these here other chicks listening to her, and they the ones on social media. Where all the good men at? Where all the husbands at? Sweetheart, you just said you ain't want to submit to nobody. What I'm gonna be
And they
bothered with
showing
you for?
their ass, and that
At the restaurant, right?
not even just at the restaurant. You can go to
I'm
their
just
page and
saying.
see it for free.
I'm just saying. This is the type of behavior. This is the thing that hurts our women more than anything out here. It is the
Mm-hmm.
behavior, the attitude, and the overall mindset, along with the fitness and other things. This is what kills them out here in the relationship world. And when somebody mentions it, when somebody mentions the behavior, mentions the attitude, mentions how they think, mentions the fitness, you are insulted, shamed, deleted, mocked when you die, all types of other stuff out here. And it's everybody else's fault.
There's no accountability.
This is
So
what I'm saying. It's
a lot
everybody
of
else's
people
fault.
are asking for things that they don't offer. Like
Mm-hmm.
you want somebody that does this, but what do you offer? Do you offer that first? Have you become that? You know, how are you attracting that through your energy? Like how not even just through your energy, through your lifestyle. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you want I can only speak for women. Women want well, you know, I can see from a man's perspective even too. They want a bad chick, but can you maintain what it takes to keep that woman? You want, and some men want an accomplished woman, and I know men don't necessarily care about that, but some men out here, you know, they look at stuff like that. But a lot of men can't maintain a chick like that. Just like women, oh, they want a man who got a bag and who fit and all of this, but
Mm-hmm.
you don't even work out and take care of yourself. You don't eat right. You
Mm-hmm.
don't take care of your skin.
That's
You
what I'm
don't have a
saying.
hair and skin regimen. Like you don't even treat yourself to the spa, but you want a
Mm-hmm.
man to do it for you. I was just
Mm-hmm.
telling my guy friend that today. I was like, you know, they want these women out here want, and I'm not bashing us. I'm just saying in the women
It's true.
community, there's no accountability for us. We
It's
want a
not.
man to buy us red bottoms, but sis, did you buy yours first? Did you buy yourself Louis first? Like
No.
you have this high expectation for a man to come in and do these things for you, but you're not doing them for yourself. So and I told my friend this, I said, if you feed yourself McDonald's, when a man come in, he not feeding you STK or, 5-star restaurants. Like, he's giving you McDonald's. He's giving you the level that you give yourself. Chloe Bailey made a song, treat me like I treat me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Yeah.
setting the tone and setting the standard. And I feel like what Brittany was saying, she's setting the tone and the standard for what she's always gotten, because that's how she treats
Well,
herself.
yeah, that's fine for what she wants. But if you don't want her life, that ain't something that you should be even paying attention to. You should be calling that out. But all these women agreeing with it. Well, good luck, sweetheart.
See, I ain't arguing with nobody in no comments. I don't get paid for that
Good
shit.
luck.
I read and I stopped reading because I was like, this is a
Yeah,
headache.
I ain't
It's a
even saying.
headache.
I'm like, hey, let them go. I just pay attention to it because
Yeah.
if you know what I'm saying, on social media, being single, if I look through there and I see a chick that maybe I thought she was pretty, and she up under there like, yeah, ain't nobody being submit. You done? Bye. I'll see you later. You done. What you do on
Yeah.
social media matters. How you
Yeah.
think matters. It
Yep.
matters to dudes that's got their lives in order and actually want to be in relationships. So, you can say whatever you want to say. You free.
That's
You
true.
free, but it takes you out the running when you do certain things out here to be a quality man's lady. But it don't take you out the running for being one of these whole phase men side piece. It don't take you out the running for that.
So I got a question from a man's perspective. Does a woman's beauty and accomplishments intimidate a man from approaching her and pursuing her?
Let's say because he don't know your accomplishments on approach. Because we said you said approaching
So
her,
start with
right?
beauty first, and then once he
Beauty,
learns her accomplishments, what is
sometimes
that?
sometimes a woman's beauty does intimidate a lot of men out here because they ain't used to, especially nowadays, a lot of men ain't used to approaching a woman like we used to do back in the days. So a woman's beauty does make a lot of men nervous to approach them. But me, I like it. It don't bother me none. You pretty, bet. Like it don't bother a guy like me. But um, her accomplishments only intimidate men that don't have much. Men that's confident and have their lives in order, their financial lives in order, they not intimidated by no woman. They're not intimidated by a woman's accomplishments because his life is in order. A lot of times, those types of quality men that have their lives in order are turned off by the typical attitude that a lot of those women have who have their financial lives in order
Mm.
because of their accomplishments, because they talk and brag about how they don't need a man because they got their own this, they own that, and they own this here. So it's the attitude that turns the men off. Men
Mm-hmm.
aren't turned off by a woman being on her own and having her own thing and her independence, right? Because she's single and she's by herself. Men with their lives in order are turned off by the attitude that typically comes with it.
Got it. That's all I got for you.
All right.
This one was on the house.
All right.
Have a good night. Bye.
Later.